Ford Field at Mile High in Denver. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New York Jets. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And the Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 25 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Now Bridgewater. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now Gordon on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, I thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Bell once more. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. KJ Hamler returning it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, Bell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Denver's offense ready to go again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, Gordon once more. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both lost. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Bridgewater throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. That's complete, Okuebuna. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Touchdown, Broncos! Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Operating from the gun, Abrams. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Airing one out for Crowder. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Man open, here is Crowder. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's third down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We begin out in Sin City. A good battle in the AFC. Miami at Las Vegas. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Chris Carson has a touchdown run. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jameis Winston, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Abrams. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, he'll get this one to Patrick. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Gordon is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone, and you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is down to a field goal. Returnable here for Davis. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Shreds the tackle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 91 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Bell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Flush to his right. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Bell is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. That makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Hamler now to return it. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. This is the tight end fan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little curve.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Jets have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 47 yards. And the Jets are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First down, Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have the Broncos first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He finds his man complete. That's Patrick. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. He finds his man complete. It's Patrick. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. And now they're in the hurry up. Bridgewater on first down. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Throwing. Bridgewater. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his
touchdown. That's caught at the 2. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Denver, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.